We're going live. Alright. Let's wait for a couple people. Actually, let me make sure I do this first. Okay. Hey. Hey there. Sorry, I know my face is like. I've been really good, thank you. Yeah. All right. Hey, prima, ¿qué te pasa? Feeling exotic. I guess I should turn this off now, right? A little bit. Let me pause that. Hello, everyone. And I'm gonna share this to so we're gonna talk about manifestation because it's been coming up a lot, you know, as I'm on my journey. And thank you. It's just my bed. It's coming up a lot as I'm on my journey, and I feel like a lot of people are having a really, really hard time with this. And the thing about manifestation is that it doesn't have to be hard. Okay, let's share this. Where should I share it, guys? I guess I'll share it to my group. Anybody wants to share the video, make sure you share it. Make sure you give it a like. Make sure you give it some hearts over here on Instagram, because this is how people find out about the messages that I have. They're never gonna find out if you guys don't share. Well, they will, because I'm still gonna do my work, but let's work together on it, right? And okay, I'm gonna get into the topic. Y'all know I don't like doing this for too long. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Somebody listened. And drop some of them coins. You know, drop a couple of dollars on that Cash App. Because that is how I keep these things going. Hey there. Okay, so guys, let's get into the topic tonight. Let's check these comments out real quick though. Hello, Solomon Richard. John Doe is here. Ermi, whatever your name is, what's up? And that's basically it. So let's talk. So the reason why I wanted to get into the topic of manifestation, because I'm noticing that there's a lot of people that are having issues with their manifestation. Oh, and everybody can hear me okay? Everywhere? Yeah, we'll take that as a yes. So I'm just noticing that there's a lot of issues that people are having with their manifestation and their abilities in that regard. So I wanted to make sure that, let me put this here. I like that better there. I like this better here. I'm happy now. What's up, Black Mermaid? How are you? So I wanted to make sure I got into this. It's not as hard, I swear. It's not as hard as you think it is, and you're more likely than not overdoing it. The whole thing about energy, which it starts here with energy. The whole thing about energy is that you have two energies. You essentially have the masculine energy, which I call direct energy. And then you also have your feminine energy, which is going to magnetize. So as the masculine energy goes out and is an action, boom, 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 based energy, the feminine energy magnetizes and brings in. This is a basic law of the universe. Even the ocean itself has an ebb and flow. And that's something that you need to recognize once you start dealing with manifestation or currency, you have to realize that you, in your own sphere, are currency, and that as you come into your own way of doing things, you vibrate. So as you're vibrating, you have waves coming off of you. So just as the ocean has an ebb and flow, you have an ebb and flow, and you have energy that is vibrating off of you as well. So how does this come into play when you want to manifest the life that you want? First things first is that you absolutely, do I want this way? I get like weird with this. You absolutely must first set your foundation. It's like building a house. If there's no solid foundation, then things can't grow, things can't manifest. Make sure you guys are liking this, make sure you guys are sharing this, make sure that people are seeing it if you feel this information would be beneficial for them. If you love me, drop something on my Cash App. Okay, stop playing with me. Empress Isabel Montero. All right, now let's get back into the topic. So when you are building a house, you have a foundation. You have to think about what is the foundation, and thank you, Boogie Ricardo, you're the shit. You have to understand that when you're building this house, you have a foundation. What is the foundation of your life built upon? Do you have a solid foundation that your life is built upon? Have you taken time to think and to plan and to discover what your soul purpose is? Because if you don't know what your soul purpose is, there is no foundation for you to build your life upon. And sometimes if you don't know what your soul purpose is, but you have a lot of will, you can create a life, but now you've got trauma, now you've got bills, now you've got kids, now you get a wife or husband you don't like, and now you have all these things that are stressing you the fuck out into your early grave. So what you must recognize is that you need to figure out what your soul purpose is, and I can't stress this enough. That's the first thing. Figure out what your soul purpose is. When you figure out what your soul purpose is, you get to a space that you know. So as you're working on your soul purpose, enjoy the search. Don't overdo it. Don't overthink it. Just enjoy searching. Just enjoy the fact that you're going out into the world and that you are going to figure out what this thing is. Even if you have to start over, even if you had everything and now you have to go back to square zero and have nothing, it's better to start with a blank slate or even in debt than to be stuck in something that is making you unhappy. Why would you stay in a situation where you're not happy? It doesn't make any logical sense. So now that we got that out of the way, right? You found your purpose. You have your foundation. We spoke about the laws of magnetism and action. So now that you understand magnetism, now that you understand action, now that you have your soul purpose and foundation, it is time to manifest. Now, how the fuck do we do that? All right, this is the next thing we're going to get into. When you want to manifest, you have to think. Now, it's good to have a big picture and a big plan because it's always going to give you something to work towards. But you have to think about what can I do now? And there's two things you do. You think about what can I do now? I would write that down. And then to use the law of magnetism, you use the law of magnetism first, so that now when you go out or online and do, you'll find that it's much easier and you'll be in more of a flow. So what you do is you can sit. I personally will sit and meditate. 2 seconds. I'm imagining all the clients that I want coming to me. I'm imagining connecting with amazing people. I'm imagining that I'm helping people. I'm imagining that I'm living in my soul's purpose. I'm imagining that this is getting me out of every financial situation I've ever been in. I'm imagining that I'm building up a following. I'm imagining that I'm getting to a space that I want to be. Boom. Magnetism. Put the emotion behind it. You could even imagine yourself as a beacon or a light, right? And as you shine your light, there are other lights coming to you. So I'm a beacon, I'm a light. I'm pulsating like this. And there are other lights that are coming to me. And I'm turning them on like this. Boom, 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 turning all these lights on. So as I'm turning all these lights on, boom, they're going back out. And then they're bringing me more. So you can do something like that. If you're having big issues with money, you have to look at mindset. So if you're having a really, really big issue with money, look at mindset. So what you do when you're focusing on mindset is you're like, okay, what am I telling myself every day that is sabotaging my manifestations? So it could be negative self-talk. It could be you choosing to think in a way that is not productive for you. So as you choose to think and act in a way that's not productive for you, you are staggering your own growth. You're literally blocking your so-called blessings. You create all this stuff in the ethers, and then it simply just comes down. And as you add energy to it, you'll see it condense and start to vibrate in the third dimension. That is how you manifest. So the whole thing is, you have to really be mindful of how you're talking to yourself. Are you one of these people that's walking around and saying, oh, I'm broke? Oh, I don't have money. Oh, I don't deserve to have money. Oh, I have so many bills. Oh, I have so many responsibilities. Oh, I'm not free. Oh, I'll never be free. Oh, I hate my job. Do you feel how dense that feels? How heavy that feels? Do you see what you're doing to yourself? You're literally torturing yourself into an early grave. Now, this is what you do if you want to energize your vortex. I am currency. I am pulling to me all that I want. I magnetize my experiences, right? I am all powerful. I am all knowing. My higher self knows what it wants. My higher self knows everything. I have nothing to worry about. And this is also going to work on your root chakra, because if you're worried all the time, and if you're in a space that you're feeling very unsecure and that your finances are not flowing the way that they are supposed to be flowing, because you have to understand that being secure, maybe you won't be the richest person in the world, but feeling secure in your life is natural. And when you're used to a lot of chaos, it's very, very difficult to feel like this is natural. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's completely natural to feel okay. And I feel like our society puts so much emphasis on the busy mom, or or the struggling parent, or the this, that, and the third. And everyone always says how they're, if you ask somebody how they're doing, 99% of the time they're gonna say, oh, I'm okay. But that I'm okay means I'm not okay. You know what I mean? Or they'll be like, oh, I'm good. Like, and that's, I'm not good. I'm not good at all. So you want to start to magnetize into your life experiences, and you want to live the way that your soul wants to live. And at first it's going to be hard. At first you're going to have, you might lose, you're literally going to get to a space that you don't have anything. But I promise you that all the uncertainty in the beginning and everything that you go through, it all has a purpose, and it's really to get you back into alignment with what you came here to do. Because if you're not doing what you came here to do, then there's no purpose for you, and then there's no reason to be here, and let's not go down that road. You know what I mean? Find your purpose, and even if you have to suffer for a little while, hold on to the thought that I'm finding my purpose and I'm going to get out of this. You have to learn to endure sometimes. You have to learn to endure storms, because they're going to happen. It's natural. Life isn't ups and downs. That's how it is. So as you're learning to deal with the storm, you're starting to learn to organize your chaos. So now you can go out in the seas and you can take any boat and you can navigate that storm and be just fine. So that's what you're learning when you're restructuring your life. And it gets a little chaotic at first, but then it gets easy after, especially when you figure out what you're supposed to be doing. So that's how I've been doing it. I figured out what currency was. The big thing that really started shifting my consciousness was to, well, I remember one day I was, what was I doing? I don't even remember what I was doing that day, but I was really in deep thought all day. I'm like, what the fuck is this currency thing? What is this currency thing? Like, how do I know, what does it feel like to be money? What does it feel like to flow? What does it feel like to be money or to be currency? Because that's what it is. These things are just, it's just currency. It's just like currents in an ocean, or it's just like air currents or anything. It moves and it flows. And if everyone's being stingy with their money, the market is a bear market and it's not good. But when everyone's spending and everything's flowing, then in the stock market you have a bull market. So I sat down and I went into a meditation, and I imagined that I was in an ocean. And as I'm in this ocean, because I imagine currency would be like that for me. So as I'm in this ocean, I am surrounded by all these gold coins in the ocean. And every time I touch the coins, they start to, hey, what's up, Lasan? Every time I touch the coins, they start to become silver. And I'm like, why every time I touch these gold coins do they turn silver? So then I understood that was representing childhood trauma and childhood programming that your parents program into you, that we never have enough. So that's why every time I was touching the coins, the currency wasn't working for me. So I said, okay, what can I do? So then what I did was thanks, sweetie. So what I did was I imagined that I was eating these gold coins. As I'm swimming through the water, I'm eating them. And every time one of the gold coins hits my mouth, I imagine it tasted like the most delicious honey I've ever had in my life. Like it was the sweetest, most succulent, just most amazing honey ever. And as I did that, I felt what it was to be nourished. I felt what it was to feel secure. I felt what it was to be in my power. So meditations like that will help you get over trauma. And for everyone, it'll be a little bit different. It'll help you get over trauma, and it'll help you get over, yeah, and it'll help you get over some of the things that you went through in the past and the programmings. You want to break those down so that you can get in a space that now your money is not up and down all the time. It'll go up and down in a flow, but make it easy on yourself so that it's not flowing like, you know, if it goes up a little bit, okay, if it goes down a little bit, okay, but your lifestyle is still stable. You know what I mean? How you're living, how you're doing things is still stable. You have to understand that you are the all. You are literally scientifically created from stardust. You are the microcosm of the macrocosm. So if you are all, then there's nothing that's hidden from you, and there's nothing that you're not supposed to have. So you really have to get to a space that you really have to believe that you deserve money, that you deserve currency, that you deserve to feel secure, that you deserve to feel okay. And as you do that, and as you, a couple other things you guys can do, check it out. As you do that anyway, and as you come to a space now that you're really feeling good and secure, you'll notice money will be attracted to you. You don't even really have to chase it. The opportunities come to you. So that's one really, really good thing. A couple other techniques that I do is you can draw sigils on your money. And every time you send money out, whether you're about to purchase an item or whether you're about to actually give out paper money, whatever way that you're doing it, every time you're about to give it out, you hold it in your hand, because your hands are portals, and you charge the money and you hold it really close to your heart and you have gratitude. So you're like, thank you, money. I appreciate what you've done for me. When you go out, bring back more 100-fold. When you go out, bring back more 100-fold. When you go out, you will bring back more 100-fold. And as you do that, you let the money go. And as you let the money go, you'll notice that feeling that you used to get where you were scared or you felt like you didn't have enough, it subsides. And also when the old programming comes back up, it'll come up here and there throughout the day. You really got to stay on top of this stuff. So as the old programming comes up, you have to begin to think to yourself, my whole thing, I used I am currency. So every time the old programming would come up, that I would get that scarcity mindset, that I would think I didn't have enough, that I would think I didn't have enough of this and that, because that negative self-talk will affect your flow. You think to yourself, I am currency. And you really, I feel it in my spine, honestly, but you start to think, I am currency. I am currency. I am currency. I am currency. And you feel it. You could almost feel like the water around you. It's a sea of gold coins. But that's how I did it. All right, so I'm going to end because everyone's peacing out on Instagram. So I'm going to end this. Bye, Instagram. And I'm going to share. And I'm going to see if you guys have any questions over here on Facebook or comments, because I wasn't checking while I was, doing my talking thing. So let's see what we got here. Hey, Kimberly. Hope you enjoyed the transmission. What's up, Court? Isaac said in and out. He's like, I'm coming in, checking in, and I'm dipping. Uh-oh, this guy doesn't speak English. Too bad. Thanks for coming. All right, in any case, I hope that was helpful for you. If you did find any of this information helpful, make sure you hit that Cash App. Leave me a little $5. Empress Isabel Montero. Also, as you all know, I do provide services. If you do need an intuitive reading, which is really good for healing, or tarot card reading, which is really good for finding out what you need. They both really help heal one way or the other. But I do those. If you want a dreams decoding, they're super inexpensive. They're only $10. So come to me, get your dreams decoded, get your tarot card reading on, get all your things done, your spiritual work. My website, I guess I should just launch it. It's pretty much done. I'm working on one more article, and I think 2 products need pictures. It's Empress Isabel Montero. No. It's Empress Isabel, TheeEmpressisabel, TheE, empressisabel.com. So you guys can check that out. You can also make your appointments on there. And you can, hey, Kim's back. And you can also check out some products that I have. I have crystals. I have a whole lucid dreaming guide. Tell your daughter she's awesome, because I like the reactions on there. So you guys can check all that stuff out. I got like some good stuff, and I'm gonna get more stuff too. But you had to start with what you had. So I love you all. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful evening. If you need your tarot card reading or you need an intuitive reading, let's get this healing work done. Let's get those entities off you, and let's get you realigned. I love you infinitely. Good night.